Hello everyone, today we are going to answer another important question: how to travel correctly when you have diabetes. Now we are going to give a lot of travel tips, so it may be a little too many things to think about. So if you want to write it down, get some pen and papers and get ready to tune in. I am Dr. Ergin. I am the founder of SugarMDs.com, and I have a big diabetes practice, and I deal with diabetics every day. They have many questions to be answered, and this is one of the questions that come frequently: how to travel wisely when you have diabetes. Now, number one, you need to make sure that you are fit enough to travel, and it depends on where you're traveling and how long you're traveling, what type of travel it is. But if you're not confident that you can complete the travel without being hospitalized, then I would recommend to think about that long travel again. Also very important, especially if you're in a foreign place or another state, another country, it is not a bad idea to have a bracelet, some sort of medical ID on you stating that you have diabetes, just in case you're on insulin, you may have a severe low, etc. Then they will know exactly what happened to you, or they may estimate what happened to you and intervene exactly in the moment with the correct measurements. Now, in terms of packing, make sure you put everything, all the diabetic medications, in your carry-on luggage. You don't want any delays, you don't want lost baggages, you don't want any of that. You want to make sure that everything is nicely, securely packaged in your carry-on luggage. Also, you're not necessarily subject to 3.4-ounce rule when it comes to your medications. So keep that in mind. If you have a larger medications, that you don't have to try to take the medication out of its original container. So you can keep that. As long as it's nicely sealed and packed, it is okay. You can also go to TSA website and download a diabetic form and fill that out, and if necessary, get a letter from your doctor to prove that you have diabetes. And never ever take the medications without your names on them. If it is not a problem in the United States, you may go to another country and they may give you a problem in terms of the medication. So either you have your names on the medication or have a prescription with you. All right, so the other thing is you need to make sure that you pack twice as much than what you need. Okay, so normally you may be going for a week travel, but when you're traveling, a lot of things unexpectedly can happen. So it is not a bad idea to take twice more medication than you would need. So we will have a few more things to talk about. So if you're in a foreign country, not a bad idea to have a few words to know in their language. So if you're going to South America, it's not a bad idea to know how to say I have diabetes, or where is the pharmacy, and stuff like that will probably save you a lot of headache. And when you're out traveling, your mind may not be too much into your diabetes care, so you can set alarms and to make sure that you don't miss the time for your medications. And then also you're going to be more active, you may be eating different things than usual, so it is better to check your blood sugars more frequently to avoid very high and very low blood sugars. If you have a continuous glucose monitoring device such as Dexcom or Freestyle Libre or Guardian, whatever it may be, it is going to be really handy when you're outside traveling. Also at SugarMDs.com, no matter where you are in the world, you can call us, text us anytime, since we are 24/7 available, and you will have us on your side when you are traveling. And not a bad idea also, having the travel enjoyable, enjoy your time, but just do not ignore your diabetes. And also, it's a no-brainer, but it's also a good idea when you're traveling. If you're taking a 10-hour transatlantic trip, it is a good idea to get up and walk every hour or every 2 hours, because with diabetes you are at high risk for blood clots, and the last thing you want is having a problem. Now, having said that, having a travel insurance may be very handy if you're in a country that you don't know what's going on, the health insurance, etc. You want a US-based company to cover you when you are outside the United States. Also, having a travel insurance per se for the flight may be also important, just because if you cannot make it, if you have another health problem, you can be reimbursed for your expenses. And then, of course, have your medications listed in your purse somewhere, so you carry it with you, so just in case something happens, they can find it on you, or it will also be helpful to you to remind yourself what you're on in case you end up seeing a doctor overseas. And then carry some snacks, some sugar tablets, just in case you're tired and your blood sugars are dropping. In those scenarios, you don't want to end up in a foreign hospital. You just try to avoid low blood sugars as much as possible. Having said that, follow us and watch us our next videos, and let us know what you think. And if you have any more questions, we're always here for you at SugarMDs.com.